Chaos, confusion, fight, anger, fear, darkness. What happened? The Cuervos made a serious mistake, worshipping too much to profane the goddesses, who have changed their minds and brought many changes to the dynasty. So many changes. Many strange things. Very strange. Improbable things. Sad things. Depressing things. Scary things. When Cuervos realized it was so shot, beaten, and pumped. And the heresy of Cuervos raised the rage of their true gods. They removed the meaning of all coats, titles, and lands. Then the queen that secretly praised the shoulder-kisser goddess decided to leave the court and go her own way. It was the end of the worship of profane goddesses. But the real triad is broken, and the new government is needed. It's a new chance. But who will be able to take the empty throne? The game of Cuervos starts now. The real triad is broken, and who will be chosen to the throne now? Or who will take it over? Then the king is still regarded as his holiness, getting the epiphanies of Cuervo gods. The North Queen still takes care of diplomatic affairs, subduing Sir Mitchell and keeping possession of Colonus of Nia, the birthplace and refuge of the dynasty. But while the Cuervo gods do not manifest about the new king or queen, the pieces are moving in the dynasty board. Lord Brumelitus is now the Lord of Valon, but he seems not to want the throne. Instead, he followed the court. This time he chose to stay with his new love, that from time to time appears to play tricks on Cuervos. Maybe she is an elemental, and maybe she has already given a daughter to him. The biggest concern of the whole court, of course, is he, Lord Descrição. More than ever he is trying, at all costs, to get your dreamed title of Emperor, or sultan. What a madness. The dynasty shivers just thinking about it, and even those who had no ambition for the throne begins to want it. With the end of the meaning of coats and the lands, there are many opportunities to expand the demands and gain greater influence. His own wife, Lady Dodron, convinced Dan the king, Lord Greatbald, and Lady Luax Periget to form an army, known as the Skinny Beaks, to invade the territories of Fatless Land, Dietburg, and Skinbone Town. His own brother, Lord Skinbone, decided to marry Lady Tete, ensuring his half of Cabrera Kingdom and the whole Tequila Lagoon. He also helped the Queen in the negotiations with Sir Mitchell, and has supported Dan the king in the most important events of the dynasty. A smart gentleman. Lady Ludi Moulay moved too, and finally paid her debt to the dynasty. She finally brought the promised Cuervo that was prophesied since the creation of Cuervo dynasty, which would be black, red-haired, Jewish, medical, rich, and slanted eyes to complete the gaps of the court. She is not so, but for the joy she brought to the Lady Ludi Moulay and the entire dynasty, there was no doubt she was a missing Cuervo, Lady Deb of Lloyd Land, and the population of Rainbow Lands already amounts to more than a third of Cuervos. But the main motion was made by the mysterious Lord del Bandeirão. After years of research, he realized that this was the time to be revealed and show his true powers. And all the dynasty fell to the feet of Tatu Beer, a new mystical drink produced by Lord del Pandeirão, or indeed Master Pantoja, the alchemist. He discovered a new source of sacred waters, where Cuervo gods hid when they retired of their abode in the Tequila Lagoon in response to the heresy of the dynasty. Beer Lake was found near Cupcake Land, also revealing that its yellow honeybee fields were actually barley. But all of these movements, all of these disputes, all of this new order has been happening under the eyes of the true Cuervo gods. There will be a new king or a new queen. The coats may be remade. The lands may be renamed. But above all, the Cuervos again shall be governed and blessed by the joy, the fun, and the friendship. The happiness of Cuervo gods is so great to see your rebuilt dynasty that they gave the greatest proof that their purposes will be fulfilled. They said the Cuervo dynasty is to last for many, many generations, and they have not withdrawn their word. There is hope.